Announcer bot is active. Kevin Lekmansky is P1 with 10 kilograms ballast on primaries. Kevin Lekmansky is P1 with 10 kilograms ballast on primaries. Race start. Kevin Lekmansky is P1 with 10 kilograms ballast on primaries. Santiago Ocampo is pitting. Santiago Ocampo is exiting pits on primaries. Santiago Ocampo is pitting. Santiago Ocampo is exiting pits on primaries. Kevin Lekmansky is on push to pass. Mark DeGraw behind is on push to pass. Connor Francis behind is on push to pass. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 20 kilograms ballast on primaries. Iggy Chiordia is pitting. John Ludden is P3 on primaries. Chris Moses is pitting. Santiago Ocampo is pitting. Alan Jacobs is pitting. Jonathan Cuppett is P4 on primaries. Fending off Connor Francis. John Ludden ahead is on push to pass. Jonathan Cuppett is on push to pass. Lou Mascarelli behind is on push to pass. Connor Francis behind is on push to pass. Andrew Werner behind is on push to pass. Kevin Miller behind is on push to pass. Lou Mascarelli is P5 on primaries, following Jonathan Cuppett. Sergio Calderon is P24 on primaries, chasing David Zahn. Andrew Werner is P7 on primaries, fending off Kevin Miller. Connor Francis ahead is on push to pass. Andrew Werner is on push to pass. Kevin Miller behind is on push to pass. David Rowley behind is on push to pass. John Ludden is P3 on primaries. 7 P to P left. Chasing Mark DeGraw. Connor Francis is P7 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries. Battling Andrew Werner. Sergio Calderon is P24 on primaries, 7 P to P left, battling David Zahn. Andrew Werner is P6 on primaries, 7 P to P left, chasing Connor Francis. Connor Francis ahead is on push to pass. Andrew Werner is on push to pass. Kevin Miller behind is on push to pass. David Rowley behind is on push to pass. Connor Francis is P6 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries. John Ludden is pitting after 3 laps on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is P4 on primaries, 6P to P left. Chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet is P3 on primaries, 6P to P left. Chasing Mark DeGraw. Mark DeGraw ahead is on push to pass. Jonathan Cuppet is on push to pass. Lou Mascarelli behind is on push to pass. Lou Mascarelli is P4 on primaries, 5P to P left. Chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet is P3 on primaries, 5P to P left. Fending off Lou Mascarelli. Mark DeGraw ahead is on push to pass. Jonathan Cuppet is on push to pass. Lou Mascarelli behind is on push to pass. Aaron Parsons is P14 with 60 kilograms ballast on primaries, battling John Houston. Jonathan Cuppet is P3 on primaries, 4P to P left, following Mark DeGraw. Lou Mascarelli is P4 on primaries, 4P to P left. Chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet ahead is on push to pass. Lou Mascarelli is on push to pass. Andrew Werner behind is on push to pass. Ryan Story is P9 on primaries, following David Rowley. Lou Mascarelli is P4 on primaries, 3P to P left, following Jonathan Cuppet. Aaron Parsons is P13 with 60 kilograms ballast on primaries, 3P to P left. Chasing Philippe Gill. Jonathan Cuppet is P3 on primaries. 2P to P left. Chasing Mark DeGraw. Chuck Carter is P16 on primaries. Chasing John Wathen. Lou Mascarelli is P3 on primaries. 1P to P left. Fending off Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet is P4 on primaries. 1P to P left. Fending off Andrew Werner. Andrew Werner is P5 on primaries. 1P to P left. Following Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet ahead is on push to pass. Andrew Werner is on push to pass. Connor Francis behind is on push to pass. Jonathan Cuppet is P4 on primaries. No P to P left. Battling Andrew Werner. Lou Mascarelli is P3 on primaries. No P to P left. Chasing Mark DeGraw. David Rowley is P9 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries. Battling Brian Story. Lou Mascarelli is P3 on primaries. Following Mark DeGraw. P4 on primaries. No P2P left. Fending off Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet is P5 on primaries, chasing Andrew Werner. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, battling Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet is P4 on primaries, following Mark DeGraaf. Andrew Werner is P5 on primaries, fending off Connor Francis. David Rowley is P10 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries, chasing Brad Mears. Chuck Carter is P16 on primaries, no P2P left, chasing John Wathen. David Rowley is P10 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Brad Mears. Brad Mears is P9 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries, ahead of David Rowley. Andrew Werner is P5 on primaries, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Connor Francis is P6 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries, no P2P left, following Andrew Werner. Chuck Carter is P16 on primaries, chasing John Wathen. Andrew Werner is P6 on primaries, following Connor Francis. Brad Mears is P9 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries, fending off David Rowley. Connor Francis is P5 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries, fending off Andrew Werner. Andrew Werner is P5 on primaries, fending off Connor Francis. David Rowley is P10 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Brad Mears. Kevin Lekmansky is pitting after 21 laps on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is P2 on primaries, fending off Kevin Lekmansky. Andrew Werner is P5 on primaries, fending off Connor Francis. Kevin Lekmansky is exiting pits on primaries. Connor Francis is pitting after 21 laps on primaries. Connor Francis is exiting pits on primaries. David Rowley is pitting after 21 laps on primaries. Mark DeGraw is P3 with 20 kilograms ballast on primaries. No P2P left. Chasing Kevin Lekmansky. David Rowley is exiting pits on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Mark DeGraw is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Kevin Lekmansky is P2 with 10 kilograms ballast on primaries. No P2P left. Fending off Lou Mascarelli. Jonathan Cuppet is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Andrew Werner is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Kevin Miller is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is P3 on primaries. Mark DeGraw is exiting pits on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is exiting pits on primaries. Brian Story is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Jonathan Cuppet is exiting pits on primaries. Brad Mears is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Andrew Werner is exiting pits on primaries. Brad Mears is P9 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries. Dale Balwig is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Brian Story is exiting pits on primaries. Kevin Miller is exiting pits on primaries. Brad Mears is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is P6 on primaries. Following Jonathan Cuppet, Dale Balwig is exiting pits on primaries. Aaron Parsons is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Aaron Parsons is exiting pits on primaries. Philippe Gill is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Kevin Miller is P8 on primaries. Chasing Brian Story, Philippe Gill is exiting pits on primaries. Jonathan Cuppet is P5 on primaries. Chasing Connor Francis. Lou Mascarelli is P3 on primaries. Following Mark DeGraw, John Houston is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. John Wathen is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Chuck Carter is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Connor Francis is P5 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries. Fending off Andrew Werner. John Wathen is exiting pits on primaries. Chuck Carter is exiting pits on primaries. John Houston is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is P6 on primaries, battling Connor Francis. Connor Francis is P6 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Andrew Werner. Lou Mascarelli is P3 on primaries. Chasing Mark DeGraw. Greg Myers is pitting after 24 laps on primaries. Greg Myers is exiting pits on primaries. Esteban Rodas is pitting after 24 laps on primaries. Mark DeGraw is P3 with 20 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Lou Mascarelli. Esteban Rodas is exiting pits on primaries. Jake Feemster is P21 on primaries, following Tom Traskell. Joel Ekman is pitting after 25 laps on primaries. Connor Francis is P6 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries. Joel Ekman is exiting pits on primaries. Tom Traskell is pitting after 25 laps on primaries. Jake Feemster is P20 on primaries. Tom Traskell is exiting pits on primaries. Kevin Miller is P7 on primaries. Brad Mears is P9 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Brian Story. Jake Feemster is pitting after 26 laps on primaries. Jake Feemster is exiting pits on primaries. Brian Story is P8 on primaries. No P2P left. Battling Brad Mears. Brad Mears is P8 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries. Fending off Brian Story. Brian Story is P9 on primaries. Fending off David Raleigh. Sergio Calderon is pitting after 26 laps on primaries. Joel Ekman is P19 on primaries. Following Esteban Rodas, David Zahn is pitting after 26 laps on primaries. Sergio Calderon is exiting pits on primaries. David Raleigh is P10 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries. Chasing Brian Story, David Zahn is exiting pits on primaries. Brad Mears is P8 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries. David Raleigh is P10 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries. Following Brian Story. Lou Mascarelli is P2 on primaries, ahead of Kevin Lekmansky. David Rowley is P10 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries, chasing Brian Story. Joel Ekman is P19 on primaries, following Esteban Rodas. David Rowley is P9 with 90 kilograms ballast on primaries, chasing Brian Story. Brian Story is P9 on primaries, following David Rowley. Chuck Carter is P14 on primaries, battling John Wathen. Greg Myers is P16 on primaries. Brian Story is P9 on primaries, chasing David Raleigh. Joel Ekman is P18 on primaries, chasing Kevin Lekmansky. Dale Balwick is P10 on primaries. Aaron Parsons is P11 with 60 kilograms ballast on primaries, no P2P left. Gill is P12 with 40 kilograms ballast on primaries, far in front of Chuck Carter. Chuck Carter is P13 on primaries, following Philippe Gill. Kevin Miller is P6 on primaries, chasing Connor Francis. Connor Francis is pitting after 21 laps on primaries. John Wathen is P14 on primaries. David Raleigh is pitting after 21 laps on primaries. Connor Francis is exiting pits on primaries. John Houston is P15 with 50 kilograms ballast on primaries. David Rowley is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, following Jonathan Cuppett. Lou Mascarelli is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Mark DeGraw is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is exiting pits on primaries. Jonathan Cuppett is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Andrew Werner is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Mark DeGraw is exiting pits on primaries. Jonathan Cuppett is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is exiting pits on primaries. Kevin Miller is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Brad Mears is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Kevin Miller is exiting pits on primaries. Brian Story is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Brad Mears is exiting pits on primaries. Kevin Lekmansky is pitting after 15 laps on primaries. Brian Story is exiting pits on primaries. Aaron Parsons is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Aaron Parsons is exiting pits on primaries. Dale Ballwig is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Dale Balwick is exiting pits on primaries. Philippe Gill is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Philippe Gill is exiting pits on primaries. Chuck Carter is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Chuck Carter is P14 on primaries, following Philippe Gill. Chuck Carter is exiting pits on primaries. John Houston is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Greg Myers is P16 on primaries. John Houston is exiting pits on primaries. Aaron Parsons is P11 with 60 kilograms ballast on primaries, chasing Dale Balwick. John Wathen is pitting after 24 laps on primaries. Jonathan Cuppett is P3 on primaries, following Mark DeGraaf. John Wathen is exiting pits on primaries. Aaron Parsons is P11 with 60 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Dale Balwick. Brad Mears is P8 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries, following David Raleigh. Greg Myers is pitting after 24 laps on primaries. Greg Myers is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, following Jonathan Cuppet. Esteban Rodas is pitting after 24 laps on primaries. Brad Mears is P8 with 30 kilograms ballast on primaries, chasing David Raleigh. Esteban Rodas is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Joel Ekman is pitting after 25 laps on primaries. Joel Ekman is P17 on primaries. Joel Ekman is exiting pits on primaries. Esteban Rodas is P18 with 70 kilograms ballast on primaries. Tom Traskell is pitting after 25 laps on primaries. Tom Traskell is P19 on primaries. Tom Traskell is exiting pits on primaries. Jonathan Cuppett is P3 on primaries, following Mark DeGraw. Mark DeGraw is P2 with 20 kilograms ballast on primaries, battling Jonathan Cuppett. Jonathan Cuppett is P2 on primaries, battling Mark DeGraw. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, chasing Mark DeGraw. Jake Feemster is pitting after 26 laps on primaries. Jake Feemster is exiting pits on primaries. Sergio Calderon is pitting after 26 laps on primaries. David Zahn is pitting after 26 laps on primaries. Sergio Calderon is exiting pits on primaries. David Zahn is exiting pits on primaries. Mark DeGraw is P3 with 20 kilograms ballast on primaries, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet is P3 on primaries, ahead of Andrew Werner. Connor Francis is pitting after 21 laps on primaries. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Connor Francis is exiting pits on primaries. David Rowley is pitting after 21 laps on primaries. David Rowley is exiting pits on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Jake Feemster is P20 on primaries. Lou Mascarelli is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Mark DeGraw is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Jonathan Cuppet is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Andrew Werner is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Mark DeGraw is exiting pits on primaries. Jonathan Cuppet is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is exiting pits on primaries. Kevin Miller is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Sergio Calderon is P21 on primaries, no P2P left. Kevin Miller is exiting pits on primaries. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Brian Story is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Brian Story is exiting pits on primaries. Jonathan Cuppet is P3 on primaries. Chasing Mark DeGraw. Mark DeGraw is P3 with 20 kilograms ballast on primaries, ahead of Andrew Werner. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries. Chasing Mark DeGraw. Aaron Parsons is pitting after 22 laps on primaries. Aaron Parsons is exiting pits on primaries. Philippe Gill is P13 with 40 kilograms ballast on primaries. Chasing Chuck Carter. Andrew Werner is P4 on primaries, following Mark DeGraw. Dale Baldwin is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Dale Baldwin is exiting pits on primaries. Mark DeGraw is P4 with 20 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Andrew Werner. Brian Story is P8 on primaries, following David Rowley. Philippe Gill is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Connor Francis is P6 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries. Chasing Kevin Miller, Philippe Gill is exiting pits on primaries. Brian Story is P8 on primaries, following David Rowley. Chuck Carter is pitting after 23 laps on primaries. Connor Francis is P6 with 80 kilograms ballast on primaries, following Kevin Miller. Chuck Carter is exiting pits on primaries.